Jeff, as you mentioned when we first came on the air, this is a really deep team.
Well, extremely deep team as Nunn finishes.
Butler guarded by Torrey Craig. Craig, an excellent defender. That'll be a fun matchup as well at this end of the floor. Adebayo, soft jumper's good. Jokic the fake, the spin, shot won't go. Rebound Craig. Adebayo couldn't quite.
He is a perfect fit because he's always ready.
Adebayo blocked by Jokic. Craig lines it up, knocks down the 3 points as they have their first lead.
And I think about it, you say as an 11th guy, you sit back and you say, wow, this guy should be a starter when you're talking about being a glue guy for a lot of teams in this league.
Well, he could start for a...
Morris cuts back door, double team, and Crowder takes it away. Adebayo gets it in stride and finishes. And even how well they've played, they made that trade back in February to obtain Jay Crowder, who's out there. Andre Iguodala will come off the bench.
It's a tough matchup for Jokic.
Kendrick Nunn. Good move to the basket.
15 years for Paul Pierce.
A lot of guys came back. You know, we talked about who would work out. The conditioning would be a factor when they arrived in Orlando. It seemed there's a lot of guys coming back in spectacular shape.
NBA players have advantages that most Americans don't. To find a way to count.
They go inside. Butler turns. Bank shot won't go. Rebound tipped. Jokic. Nice agile move there. Falling forward down low against Iguodala, who doesn't stand a chance.
A great defensive possession into a terrific transition post-up.
8 straight points now by Denver to tie it up. And Andre Iguodala. There's Grant. Grant goes right to the rim. Plumlee there. Little fake. Off and in. 5. But they also had some really good road wins. They won at Milwaukee, at Toronto, and at Philadelphia. Really hard places to win.
When you defend and you compete at a high level, you can be successful at home or on the road. The game travel.
Shot clock winding down. Tyler Hero floats it up. Gumbo had a fabulous game yesterday against the Celtics. Dragic with some defense. Porter to Plumlee. Shot clock continues. Plumlee across the lane. Got bumped. The appearance. Their second-round pick out of Oregon. The 20-year-old son of Manute Bol, who wowed everybody in his first appearance during the scrimmages. This is his first NBA regular season game. The season prior that was suffered last December, and cut short his year at Oregon. But he's shown he's got skill. Obviously, he has size. As Tyler Hero knocks down a teammate.
I would have never been able to put it up, you know, like to figure out how to get it together. I have no handyman skills.
Troy Daniels
came over, that family member, and Heaven, my daughter, we beat them 3-on-3. We got it done. How about you? Please don't tell me it was when.
Negative step, though, that most guys take in the corner leaves them perilously close to stepping out on almost every catch.
It's only 3 feet between the corner three-point line and the corner sideline. You see that happen at least once a game. That time, though, he didn't step out. Jokic, high arcing shot. Nice soft.
For not worrying about where a guy was drafted, you know, merit. It's a merit-based system. He plays the guys that give them the best chance to win, and these 2 undrafted guys are 2 guys that do that.
But you say that, you got to also give credit to management and ownership.
And again, a lot of teams have different agendas over these 8 games. Tyler.
Once again, you know, Dallas is a tremendous I mean, they're a great offensive team. Doncic does similar things to what Harden does for Houston.
They were on some pace last night early on in that game. Jokic gets inside, goes reverse, bats it home. Kendrick Nunn flips it up with the left hand. Jokic, tough rebound in traffic. PJ Dozier. Crossover. Butler stays in front. Oh, acrobatic move.
He's like, got to be 6'5", 6'6", with good vision.
Butler lost the handle. Dozier back, gets inside, left-handed, rolls around, and drops in.
I saw him in Summer League and was really impressed with his intensity and his size and length. He doesn't shoot it quite well enough yet as Adebayo.
And again, with this deep team, hard to get playing time. He wasn't drafted back at 2017. Started his NBA career at OKC. Grant counted. Nuggets have always kind of, had their eyes on him. Thought he'd be a perfect fit for the way they play and with their personnel. He has fit in beautifully. Butler gets inside and the foul. Dozier steps back. Too strong on the three. Duncan Robinson tracks it down. Winding down the first half here in this early game in Orlando. A 1 p.m. start. Part of the adjustments of these players, different starting times. Duncan Robinson.
You don't have depth anymore in the NBA. The way load management occurs, injury prevention, all that.
With Murray and Harris out. Torrey Craig starting at the other guard. Craig lines up the three-pointer. And Adebayo with his 5th rebound.
Interesting that time defensively. Bam Adebayo and Miami Heat fronting Jokic on the block.
Kendrick Nunn. Really hear the sneakers squeaking. You hear the benches calling out. It is just such a different atmosphere. Jokic goes up to Craig. Craig with 4 to shoot. Jokic wanted it back. Craig, though, a contested three. That one's good. The nuances of NBA defense. Monte Morris. Jokic calling for it. Jimmy Butler guarding him. Nice feed inside to Porter. And Nunn was right there. Millsap back out. Shot clock winding down. Morris waltzes to the rim. Winding down. Butler draped on him. That's the step back. The high arcing shot. And Jay Crowder hauls in the rebound. Nunn pushing the pace. Adebayo back out. Nunn the fake. Beautiful feed inside to Butler. Cangalisa off the steal. Goes inside. Missed it. On the follow is Adebayo.
They're all using their platform. Whatever way they feel, speak about it and make a difference in your own way.
Porter down low. Bank shot is good and a foul. Butler.
10, 15 years ago. Now we got big guys throwing passes into such small windows.
Nice touch.
Defining their game with how many wins their teams get.
I think it really is hard when you're young. You're trying to carve out a niche for yourself in the league. Get that second contract. After the second contract, oftentimes, as Jokic makes, Adebayo got a good handle, good decision making.
Again, in terms of center, they're 1-2 in assists per game for centers.
Look at that jump stop right there.
Layered benches. You have to go and sit in the same seat.
Do you think when the players stand up that the virtual fans tell them to sit down?
Duncan Robinson from beyond the arc knocks down another.
And then rotate out of it.
And so a Porter ready to come back in. Part of those numbers because of 7 turnovers in the third for Denver. Crowder lines it up and hits a three. Grant. Dragic on the drive. Bank shot is good.
Well, to me, extremely tough to defend, and reminds me, get this in this way in which I say it, as Porter knocks out.
The highlights. I got her autograph. I did. I just loved watching her play.
Butler drives. Nice screen set. No fouls to give. Butler fakes, drives, layup is good at the buzzer.
He's gotten to the free throw line 11 times.
Ball misses the three. Plumlee the rebound. Porter inside. Nice feed from Plumlee. Porter. Just over 4 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Millsap and Jokic, little give and go, and Paul Millsap able to finish. A whole new season, just an NBA season like we've never seen. Grant, count it, and a foul. We're midway through the fourth.
Wasn't that a slogan? Nothing like the real thing? Wasn't that a soda?
It's a song, man. And it's a slogan. You're right.
Oh, Duncan Robinson.
Don't you ever do that again. I can see your kids right now going, Dad, don't do that.
You're doing too much.
Kelly Olynyk from
almost 4-point type shots, shooting a real high percentage.
Grant connects.
When you can improve your shooting like he's done, everything opens up. So you have to close. That's how he was able to get that drive before.
Back-to-back threes for Kelly.
Probably some defensive limitations have prevented that, but off the bench, as you mentioned, Mike, not only a shooter, but a good decision maker.
No hesitation and nails it up. 22. The Denver Nuggets. Again, Nuggets missing 3 starters with no Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, and Will Barton, but he was such an impressive second half, both ends of the floor. We're under 4 minutes to play. First of our quadruple header on ESPN today. Grant gets inside, and Grant.
Devastating with Gilgeous-Alexander and Schroeder.
Schroeder, a 6th man of the year candidate. Gilgeous-Alexander, you could say, could also be a most improved candidate. Olynyk, nice fake, now drives and flushes.
I was coming through the airport, and a guy I've known for 40 years, I had to tell him who I was.
Yeah.
The Heat shooting 55% from the field for the game and 86% from the line, 32 of 37 from the line. They've scored 66 points here in the second half to 40 by Denver. Tyler Hero. Olynyk again.
Has he outscored Denver by himself?
In this fourth quarter? He's standing outside the 3-point line as Kendrick Nunn turns it over as we come up on a minute remaining. Noah Vonleh. Bol with tip. Second tip. Can't get it. Dozier comes up with it. And he can't get it to go. Still fighting down low. Bol again. Second. And he came off the bench. 12 minutes. 5 rebounds. 5 points. 3 rebounds. As the Heat will now dribble it out. An impressive performance from Eric Spoelstra's team. A dominant second half. 6 players in double figures, forcing turnovers.